Hey guys, how's it going? I'm over at Lower Otay, doing a little fun fishing today. The season's coming to a close. Really no tournaments left other than some online state challenges and etc. But we're just gonna go have fun, see if we can come across a big one over at Lower Otay. That's what I'm really looking forward to, especially to submit towards the KBF state challenge. We're gonna get this boat in the water, see if we can catch anything, have fun. It's a nice overcast day. I don't know what the water temp is. I'll get that for you guys. Checking out, I'll update you guys on the water. Peace. So, let's get a temperature reading. It is 76 to 77 degrees. Clarity is over 5 to 6 feet. And it is 6 feet where I'm fishing at. 7:47 p.m. I mean a.m. What am I thinking? What's up, guys? So it is 8:58. I did a good hour and 15 minutes with this probably like 200-yard stretch. I think I spent a little bit too much time here because I got 3 bites right off the bat on topwater. All 3 of them missed the frog. And nothing too big, I don't think. And I'm gonna make the decision to move across the lake over in the shadow area right there at that main lake point. See if I can get a bite where they're actually really committed to the frog, because I missed 3 and I didn't hook into any of them. So let's make a big move. I'm feeling it. On the fluke, guys. First fish of the day. There we go. Nice long fish. Chasing bait. Let's see what this guy is. 15 3/4. Not sure if it's gonna help. Nice solid fish. It's just not gonna help for the state challenge. This guy boiled and then I just tossed a fluke over there and that's how I caught him. Skinny fish. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything for the state challenge, but they're on that fluke bite whenever they're boiling on bass. But yeah, let's let this guy go. He's a nice 15 3/4. Bye, Otay. See, fluke. It always catches fish. No, it's right here. It's just too tiny for you to see. Another fish, looks like a 14-incher. Came on the fluke. You know, I hate throwing the flukes, but it does catch fish. Just doesn't catch the largest ones. I haven't caught a big fish off the fluke yet. That's 15 and a half. 15 and a half, guys. All right, guys. If you have trouble catching fish, it's ultra clear water. Try throwing the fluke. It's a really good bait, and especially during early fall, it's a great bait to throw. Just to fill in a limit. But you never know, you know, it could be a 5-10 pounder cruiser that wants to buy this little fluke. Yeah, it's just I just put like a 3/0 hook, EWG. You can go with a lighter hook if you want, probably a better hookup ratio with a lighter hook. And then I just text expose it, just like this. Fluke, I usually like the super salty fluke. But I'm just working this bait in 8 feet all the way to the bank. And I'm just popping it and then swimming it slowly, letting it sink a little bit, and then popping it 3 times, letting it sink a little bit, popping it 3 times. Oh, baby. Did he want that? Did he want that? Bucket mouth. Woo-hoo-hoo. First one on the frog. Pop a frog, doggies. Pop a frog, doggies. Check that out. Did he want it? Hell yeah. He wanted to pop a frog, daddy. About time. A little bit bigger. Yeah, buddy. Definitely a little bit bigger. I think so. Might help. He 18. At least 18. I'm like a little kid. He big. 17, not bad. I think it'll help a little bit. On the frog. Pop a frog. Worked it. A long time, guys, long time. Yeah, here's another look at it. 17 even. Nice, solid fish. Going for the release. Bye. Yikes. Not what we're looking for. Wasn't on the fall. I had it drop to the bottom and then I raised it, and then that's when I felt the tick. Is I raised it up, there was nothing on there, and then when it went back down, he got on the second fall. But yeah, this is a small bass, probably 13 inches. Not gonna help, but these some offshore weeds, and I think they're in the offshore weeds as well. So it could be another pattern. This is like 10 feet of water. So every time I see some weed patch that's offshore, 10 feet of water, we're gonna be sure to flip it.
You can stop at a Chevron station along the way. Get fuel for your car, fuel for your crew. That's Chevron with Tech Rock for unbeatable mileage and snacks for all. Coffee for mom, chips for the kids, cold drinks for dad. You know, for the road ahead. Toss in some laughs, attitude seeking, and a zillion "are we there yet?" And you just made life
Not gonna win tournament with these, that's for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. Woo! There's a dunk. Man, he just came out of nowhere. Yeah, buddy. that doesn't get you upset, I don't know what does, man. Look at this fish. And I thought the fluke doesn't catch big fish. Boy, I was wrong. Yep, that's what I need. Give me that 18. Maybe that 18. Yes. Give me that 18 and a quarter. Yeah, buddy. That's a good fish. All right, guys. So this 18 and a quarter, super skinny, but he's getting a belly. He's getting there. Big ol' eyes. She's gonna be big one day. She is. I can feel it. She's gonna be a long, big one. She has a loose tummy. She's gonna fill up during the winter time and the fall, and then she's gonna spawn some beautiful babies. Here's another look at this freaking phenomenal example of a largemouth bass. All right, let's go and release this puppy. Thank you so much, girl. You didn't give me quite 19, but I'll take it. I mean, I saw it happen visually. That was amazing. I was just, you know, I was thinking in my head, I was like, if I'm gonna catch a big one, it's gonna be right here. And the reason being is there is really close access to deeper water right here. So in the tulies, they have like 3 to 5 feet on the tulies, 3 to 5 feet of water on the tulies, which is plenty of depth on those tulies. But then really close by is deep water access. So you get, you know, 10, 12, 13, 20 feet of water right here. So when the bait come in shallow, they press against those tulies and they trap the bait right there. They use it kind of like a wall to pin them there. But then when it's slick, calm, and it's hot, they probably want to go deeper where it's more stable in terms of the temperature and less light penetration. But here what I have is a fluke with a nail weight inside. If you could see it, it's inside the middle of the body of this fluke with, I believe this is like a 3/0 hook with 8-pound test. But I mean, that fish just came out of nowhere, out of the shadows, and just wreak havoc on that Zoom fluke. But that nail weight just adds a little bit more weight so I can get a little bit more casting distance, and it could sink faster because a lot the bigger bass have to fight off all those tiny little bass to get their food. So I'm trying to make it easier for them. So I put a nail weight in there so it can sink faster past the small ones. But as you can see, I've been catching a lot of tiny ones too. And it's just hard when there's a pack of those tiny ones because they can really make it difficult for the big ones to actually feed. But if I was in a tournament, I would probably mark this as my #1 spot just because it's a main lake point, it has deep water access, it has tulies as a wall for bass to pin their bait, and then it has grass where the predatory instinct of the bass can hide in those grass lines and possibly, you know, swoop on a fluke, just like now. So we're sitting in at 12 feet of water, and I'm just letting it sink a little bit, and I'm just working it like a topwater or a jerk bait, and I'm letting it flutter down, but then I'm working it fast. So there's even times where I'll be working this bait. Let me get unsnagged. Whoa. Give me my fluke back. After I was rudely interrupted, so what I'm doing is I'm taking a long cast towards the bank. I'm letting it drop for maybe 2 seconds, and then I just have my rod to the side. Oh, I just got bit. I just got bit, and I got followers. Come on, take it, take it. So as I was saying, I cast it out towards the bank, about 45 degrees for my spot. And let me rig this up first. Get this situated. Again, this is a great spot because you got deep water access. All right, cool. Just making sure everything's good. So I'm sitting in 13 feet, casting about 45 degrees to the bank. All right, and then I'm gonna let it sink for 2 seconds. And I'm just gonna go pop, 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 pop. Let it sink, pop, pop, pop. Let it sink, pop, 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 pop. Let it sink, pop, pop, pop. But if I'm working a shallower area, I'm gonna cast it and I'm just gonna start popping it with no rest time. Just pop, 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 pop. Sometimes you can get a reaction like so, and they'll want it like that even more. When it's a slow day, I'll just go ahead and let it sink, pop, pop, and I'll let it sink, and then I'll pop, pop, right? Tiny little bass chasing it. But yeah, that's really cool. So 45 degrees, let it sink for a quick second, and then pop, 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 pop. You know, you can mix up the cadence too. It doesn't have to be particularly, you know, pop, 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 pop. It doesn't have to be pop, pop. It doesn't have to be like a double pump or a triple pump. It's just whatever you feel, whatever the groove is, you know, let the bass dictate what they want. And the thing about the fluke is that it could the bite could happen in slick, calm waters, or the bite could happen in windy waters. But what I prefer is when there's current and there's wind blowing against the bank where the bait is being pinned against the pulleys. And that's when the bass generally come out. Is they like it when the water's moving. So I'm gonna work this thing fast and see if I can get a reaction bite from this. Yeah, that was a nice skinny, I'd say 3-pounder. Nice long fish. So like I said, if I'm doing a tournament, I'm gonna make that my probably plan A spot. And then I'll try to find water and try to duplicate that pattern. Yeah, buddy. I was starting to get worried a little bit there. Hit it hard. But like I said, like, you know, you get these size fish and then you get 18.25 once in a while, you know? So it's never always giants, it's never always small fish. It does catch a lot of small fish. Like that's super small. But you know, it's the one thing good about the fluke is that it draws a reaction. And whether if it's a 1 pounder, 8 ouncer, 10 pounder, they're gonna react to that bait. They're gonna for sure react to it. There's no doubt about it. Like when that fish sees something dart out, there's not a lot of baits that have that action of a fluke. So when you draw this across a big fish, I have no doubt in my mind that it will chew it based on the action of this bait.